shank. Oh yes, that's a
Oh,
great
that's
shank.
like a beautiful shank. Oh, Happy Gilmore hit the range cart. Got him! Range cart. Now it's not. Am I gonna get him? Oh, I got him! So this is Sean.
One less.
Hey, real swing skill seekers. Ron Sisson, professional golf coach from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, bringing you the real swing golf method and teaching you the science of simplicity. In this series of videos coming up, I'm going to debunk some of what I call golf folklore wisdoms. Little snippets of advice golfers have given each other for centuries on end that have never once been correct. Let's begin with probably the most dangerous one that has wrecked more backs than any other in the entire history of golf. Keep your head still, keep your head down, keep your head centered, and variations on the theme. Now this particular golf folklore wisdom was entrenched in people's minds when Jack Nicklaus in his 1974 golf instruction book, Golf My Way, pretty much stated the misperception. I believe keeping the head very steady, if not absolutely stock still throughout the entire golf swing, to be the bedrock fundamental of the golf swing. Now, he thought that because when he was a 10-year-old boy, his teacher had an assistant coach stand beside him, grab onto his blonde hair like this, and the coach was sitting on the bench and said, "Jack, swing as fast as you can." That was the end of the good advice. Then he said, "Oh, and remember, keeping your head absolutely still is the most important fundamental in the golf swing." So Jack swung as fast as he could while some guy held onto his hair and held his head in one place to teach him how to keep his head still. Now, as you may know if you've been following real swing golf, the striking of a golf ball is now and always has been nothing more than a simple action of human hand-eye coordination. And Jack Nicklaus had incredible hand-eye coordination skill. In fact, he was asked in an interview once, "Jack, we notice you're playing better," because he went up and down in his career like everybody else, but he was playing better. He started to win a few tournaments. So they asked him, "Jack, why are you playing better?" He said, "I'm striking the ball one line higher on the club face. That's a mere 1/8 of an inch." So Jack didn't do that by keeping his head an 1/8 of an inch steadier. He did that with his incredible instinctively learned hand-eye coordination skill. And you can hit the ball just fine with hand-eye coordination skill and doing something completely unnatural of trying to fix your head in one spot and then swing your whole body around it. You can actually hit the ball quite well. But if you swing like this for 40 years and you finish your swing bent backwards like this and bend over sideways like this, you too in your old age will end up with a replaced left hip, a chronically bad back, and because of bending your spine like this backwards, you're going to squish all those rubbery discs in your spine down to nothing, and you get to lose 2 inches of height. So, should you keep your head still? Absolutely not. You should take the advice of the deadly accurate and legendary George Snootson, who says,
"The head has no purpose in the golf swing. It simply goes where the body takes it."
The head has no purpose in the golf swing. It simply goes where the body takes it. So you notice George's head moved a little bit to the right, down a little bit, and then up and around when he swung through. The head has no purpose in the golf swing. It simply goes where the body takes it. So, if you watch modern golfers today, you will see that their head moves slightly to the right, down somewhat when they swing through, some more than others, and then the head comes up so the person finishes their swing standing tall head up, looking down the fairway in perfect balance. So, should you keep your head still? Absolutely not. Now, corollary to the keep your head still idea is another golf folklore wisdom that's been around for centuries that still isn't correct. Keep your eye on the ball. If you take your eye off the ball, that's going to cause you to lift your head because you're looking up too soon and you're going to hit the ball improperly. Or even if you keep your head down, if you blink or you don't see the club head and the ball meet, you're not going to hit the ball very well. So, let's debunk that myth. Let me show you how hand-eye coordination works. My beautiful wife Tiara is going to come up here for a moment, and I'm going to ask her to do a little hand-eye coordination demonstration. Are you ready?
Yep.
Strike my hand, please. How about here? Maybe down here? How about over here? Maybe over here? All right. Now let me ask you a question, Tiara. At any point when you were striking my hand in different places, did you think to yourself, oh, I must make sure to keep my eye on his hand so I can hit his hand? At any point did you think that?
Nope.
Okay. Also, at any point, did you actually consciously tell your body parts how to move and what to do when I put my hand in different places?
No.
Oh, so you're saying that anytime a human being decides to hit something with something, the eyes will instinctively and automatically look at the target, and then the brain in the background will subconsciously coordinate all necessary movements to hit the target.
That's right.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sweetheart.
You're welcome, honey.
So you see, folks, in hand-eye coordination, the eyes will automatically do their job. So for example, let's say we've got little Johnny in baseball. He's 6 or 7 years old. He's picked up the bat for the first time. Here comes the pitch. He swings, misses entirely. And all the parents in the stand yell out in unison, "You took your eye off the ball, Johnny. You took your eye off the ball. Keep your eye on the ball." Not once ever have those parents ever been correct. If he sees the ball, he's tracking it, he wants to hit it, his eyes will function perfectly. But what's important to understand is that in hand-eye coordination, there's two parts, the hand part and the eye part. The eye part is simple. Just intend to hit something. And then your eyes, they will instinctively watch the moving object if it's moving. There's no need to focus on what your eyes are doing or make some special attempt to make sure you're watching the ball. They're going to do that anyway. The reason little Johnny is missing the ball is because hand-eye coordination is 1% eye and 99% hand. So he's not missing because his eyes are defective. He's missing because he hasn't developed any coordinated hand skill to swing the bat accurately to the spot that his eyes are giving him perfect distance, depth perception, and speed information for. And in golf, keeping your eye on the ball is really simple. Is it coming at you at 100 miles an hour, like in baseball? No, it's just sitting there. In fact, because it's just sitting there, blind people can golf. So what happens when blind people go golfing is their eyes are closed from accident, or they're born blind, or whatever the case may be. They can't see, so they go with a sighted assistant. So I'm going to keep my eyes closed like I'm blind, and my sighted assistant here is going to bring me and help me set up to the ball. Okay, so I'm going to take my grip, and got to go where?
Up, forward.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, ball's positioned right there.
Ball's positioned to your left.
To my left. Okay, so I have to go which way? Back this way a bit, this way?
You've got to go back.
Okay, tiny bit. All right. And the club's right there?
Yep.
All right, excellent. And I'm lined up to my target? Good. So now what the blind person does is they tap the ground a couple times to kind of feel where the ground is. And then they swing and hit it. And they turn to the sighted person and go, well, how'd that go?
Not bad.
So you don't need eyes to golf at all. In fact, I can even set up too far away from the ball, close my eyes, and still hit it. Again, because I'm not using my eyesight, I took a little snapshot in my mind's eye of where the ball was, and then with my hand skill, my awareness of the club head, I simply imagined it passing through that spot over there. There it is. Eyes are closed. I swung a little bit too low, but I still made contact. So, do not ever worry about whether or not you see the club and the ball meet. In fact, you'll hear oftentimes people will say, you're looking up too soon to see your shot before your club has even got there. Well, I've been teaching golf for just about 35 years now. I use slow motion video a lot of the time, and I have, in all those 35 years, not once ever seen an average golfer, as the slow motion clicks by, where as the club comes near the ball, their head is starting to turn and they're looking down the fairway while they swing through. About the earliest that I've ever seen an average golfer's head start to turn to look up is when the club is already about 1.5 feet past the ball. Right about here is about the time when the brain reacts to, I've hit it, now I look to see where it went. So, average golfers, if you think you're looking up too soon before you've even hit it, you have never done that once in your entire life, so don't bother trying to keep your head down to make sure you see the club and the ball meet. The only golfers that I've ever seen who look up too soon are professionals like Annika Sorenstam, David Duval, Joe Durant, Jim Furyk to a degree, Paul Casey. These are professional golfers, and their whole head, or at least their eyes, are already starting to look forward as they impact the ball. So, watch my head. I didn't see that club meet the ball at all because at impact my head was turned looking down the fairway while I swung through it. Are you beginning to see why golf is so difficult? Virtually every piece of information that you get from your average golfing friends is either going to be completely incorrect or fallacious at best. So, purchase my Keep It Simple Swing Program Part 2 and you'll get the correct information as to what you should be, the skills you should be trying to develop, and that will put you on the right track. So, hopefully this has been helpful. Now you know you don't ever want to think about keeping your head still or your eye on the ball. Those are two myths that have been around forever, never once been true. You can put them in the dustbin of your golfing history and get on developing your critical clubhead skills that you can learn about on Keep It Simple Swing Program Part 2. Until next time, keep it real.